Folks, the flight delays and cancellations is bad now, but they're about to get even worse next week. Now, you probably know that the FAA is requiring all the airlines to cut flights by about 4% at a lot of the major airports across the United States. These include, obviously, many of the major cruise ports where you guys are trying to get to. In fact, there's 40 airports right now that are impacted by this directive. But what you may not know is that the FAA is increasing the number of cancellations that are going to be required as we move through the end of this coming week. But first, let's take a moment to say thank you to all the air traffic controllers who have actually stayed on the job. Would you be willing to work for over a month with zero pay and have no idea when you're actually going to get paid again? So first off, hats off. Thank you to all the air traffic controllers who are at least keeping us flying. Yes, we've got delays and cancellations, but at least we're still able to fly. So here's what's about to happen. Right now, the FAA has said you must cancel 4% of all domestic flights. Starting on November 11th, 6% of all domestic flights must be canceled. Starting on November 13th, 8% of all domestic flights must be canceled. And by November 14th, 10% of all domestic flights must be canceled. So this 4% is just the beginning. It's about to get much worse this coming week. So what can you do? Well, number one, stay tuned to communication from your airlines. Make sure you have text, enabled, text notifications enabled, so you find out right away what's going on with your flights. Two, we always tell you to fly in a day early for your domestic cruises. Maybe you want to switch to 2 days early, maybe 3 days early if you've got the time, just to make sure you're actually going to get there. If the port is within a reasonable driving distance, like I would consider 10, 12 hours a reasonable driving distance, maybe you want to switch over to renting a car or just simply driving to the port instead of flying. It's not going to be as convenient, but at least hopefully you're going to get there. So to recap, right now today we're at 4% cancellation, but by November 14th, we're going to be at 10% across the board cancellations of all domestic flights. That is really going to impact your travel until this government shutdown is over. So I hope that information was helpful for you. If we can help you plan your travels in any way, please do reach out. Where's WalterTravel.com. Have an awesome day, everybody.